So in this video we'll be dealing with the test tool. So you can go to the plus sign here, or you just go to here plus test. So you can go to the plus sign above. So you pick this pencil form to edit the test. So you can delete everything directly from here. You can write design. Yeah, so you can use this is used to change it from lowercase to uppercase. As you can see here, lowercase to uppercase. So after putting design, let's change the background color so that what we are doing can be easily visible. Let's change the background color to like blue. Yeah, I think this is okay. So here there are some things you can do here. So this is for you to edit the text. This is for you to copy if you want to copy, as you can see. So this is for you to copy, and as well this is for you to change to uppercase. This is the size rather. This is for you to increase the size or to reduce the size. You can use the plus sign, you can use the minus sign, plus or minus sign, and you can increase here as you like. So you can increase it here as you like. This sign here is for you to rotate. You want to rotate your text. You can rotate depending on what you are intending to achieve. And this here is for you is the relative position. Maybe at the top left, at the left hand side, at the right hand side, at the center horizontally, at the center vertically, at the top side, at the left below. So depending on what you intend to achieve. And this here is your color tool. You can add color. I will explain this later. You can add color to your text, and this is for you to take it to the front maybe of other layers, and this is for you to take it to the back of other layers. These two that you are seeing here, take to the front or you take it to the back of other layers. So let's go down here and check what you have here. So I already explained this. You can pick a style from your device, a style you have saved from your device, or you can save your text, the text that you have created. You can save it as a style. So here you can edit. So you can edit here if you want to delete. This is for you to copy. So if you want to take it to front or to the back, and here position, you want to adjust the position maybe to the left or to the right, maybe up or down. So you can adjust the rate at which your movement will be swift. So as you can see here, it will be faster. So you can adjust depending on what you intend to achieve. So this is relative position, like I said earlier. You can use it to adjust the position to the left hand side, right hand side, and others. Then here is the size as well. You can increase the size as you desire. So also we have the padding. So I will explain this later. We have some text. Okay, let me just do the explanation now. We have some text. Let's go to, okay, I will explain when I get to font. Okay, I'll explain this part when I get to font. So this is color now. You can add any color you like. You can add any color. There are different colors here. You can decide to add only colors to specific parts of the design of your text. As you can see here, you can add colors to everything. Then you can go here to pick your colors. This is your color circle. You can pick your colors, pick anything you desire from here. You can reduce their saturation, you can reduce their hue, you can reduce how bright they are, you can reduce how dark or how light they are from here. Do you understand? And you can adjust the how transparent they are, the transparency from here. So you can choose from, if you have a color that you want to pick from all the elements you have used in your design, you can pick the colors from here. And at the same time, you can pick your color codes. If you have a specific color codes that you see online, you can pick them and use them. So that is for the colors. So also you have the texture. You want the text to have a specific texture. Let's take for instance, let me look for something. Yeah, this for instance, you want the text to have this texture. So you can go here and pick the texture. As you can see, you see what you have there. So you can decide to delete the texture. So also this is opacity. This is for the transparency of your text, how transparent you want the text to be. So this is for transparency of the text. You want it to show very well, you want it not to show very well, depending on what you want to achieve. So this is rotate. I talked about this earlier. Then see, this is your mask. Maybe you want to cut out a specific part of the text to create a particular design. This is where you can do that. I'll do video on this separately later. So also you have your font. So this is where you select your font. There are different fonts here. There are many fonts here. These are default fonts from PixelLab. I have the fonts that I downloaded. I'll teach you how to download and install the fonts in another videos. So I talked about padding the other time. So there are some tests in which their full length will not be displayed. Let me check this for instance. Look at a test like this for instance. If you observe this test very well, you can see that the N is not displaying very well. So that is what padding is all about. You can pad it to the left and you can pad it to the right to reveal the full length of the text. I hope you understand. So to reveal the full length of the text, so we have some text, especially stylish font rather. So some of their full length, their full stick may not appear. So it is under padding that you will reveal their full length. So it's under padding that will reveal their full length. So this is style. You can decide to bold, you can italize, you can underline, and you can undo everything you've done here. So and here as well you can design that, oh, I want to bold only the other part and leave D, as you can see. So there are many things you can do here. So also this is curve. You must have seen something of this nature before. Yeah, you want to curve your text. This is where you achieve that. So this is where you achieve that. The another thing is the background. You want to add a background color to the text. You can pick any color here and you can pick the gradient color. That is a combination of two or more colors. You can pick any color, you can pick the gradient colors, you can do padding. I explained padding the other time, so it's almost the same thing here. You can pad it to the left, as you can see. Very good. You can pad it to the right, you can pad it top padding, you can give it bottom padding, and you can adjust the radius, that is the curves. You can adjust it depending on what you intend to achieve. So another thing here is align. You want your text to be aligned. Maybe you want it to be left alignment, center alignment, and this. That is for if you have a text. Let me say design uh community, design like a pro. Let's use this for instance. Design like a pro. So this will better explain it. So if you want it to be left aligned, as you can see, if you want it to be center aligned, and if you want to be right aligned, you can justify as well. So that's for what you have there. That's for what you have there. Then for the spacing, you want to increase the spacing of the letters. As you can see, you want to increase the spacing of the letters. If you have more than one words there, you have more than one words, design like a pro. If you have more than one words, if you have more than one words, let me increase the size, let me reduce the size so we can see what I'm trying to achieve here. So if you have more than one word for spacing, if you have more than one word, you can go to words to increase or decrease the spacing. Do you understand like that? So then also line spacing. If you have the more than one line, design like a pro in 5 minutes. Design like a pro in 5 minutes. So line spacing to increase the distance of the first line from the second line, depending on what you tend to achieve. Then you want to give it stroke. So you can give it stroke color here. You can give it a gradient color for the stroke. So depending on what you intend to achieve, you can increase the width of the stroke like you have it here. So then you want to give it shadow, you can adjust the color and every other thing. I will explain all these things as we use it in designs. So you want to give it inner shadow, you can adjust the blur radius, you can adjust the color and the likes. So as you can see, then go to the perspective. You want to increase this one is mostly used for 3D. Yeah, you must have seen something of this nature in designs before. So this is where you can achieve that. This is where you can achieve that. Then you want to give it a 3D rotation. You want to rotate it on the x-axis like this, and you want to rotate it on the y-axis like this. So as we use this in design, you will understand better. I'm just introducing you to each of the tools. Then for 3D test, so different things here, I'll do a different video on this. So that's for 3D test, because 3D is one of 3D designs. It's a very popular design now, mostly used by designers. So we want to give it shadow, as you can see. So how transparent you want the shadow to be. The blur radius, you can reduce or increase the expansion of the blur radius. You want it to be very big, depending on what you intend to achieve. And reflection, you can give it reflection, so the offset of the reflection. So that is about the test tool. So in our next video, we'll be dealing with the object tool. So please like and subscribe and drop your comments, so that videos like this can come to your feed. Thank you very much.